Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! I'm YouTube famous now, available in 2018, or 19, or 25. The album, Dad AF. Rock on, gold dust woman. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Hey, you little thing, let me light your candle, cause I'm so hard to handle now. Mess around. All right, let's get right into this video. I'm in such a great mood today. Two things I am in a great mood. This is actually going to be a 2 for Monday. I'm doing 2 videos today. This video, which is a drama commentary video, and then I'm doing a very personal video, and it is going to be about addiction and recovery. Today, I am celebrating 24 years sober, clean and sober today. And I am in such a great mood from that. I also, today, I'm on this huge weight loss journey that I am documenting on my vlog, if you would like to go check it out. And today, I, for the first time, woke up under a certain weight. You'll have to go look at my vlog, but like, this is the thinnest I've been in years. And I'm like, oh my God. And I know I'm still not like, but you better watch out because I'm basically about to be the supermodel of the world. So anyway, let's get right into this video, shall we? So I feel very blessed today. If you're having a down, shitty day out there, I hope your day turns around. I hope you cheer up. I hope this video, I don't know, brings you some laughter, brings you some sunshine. And if you're out there struggling, and I'm going to say this in my next video too, I do think that we have to remember that we can overcome anything. So, and I love you guys and thank you so much for watching my videos. I don't say that enough. Okay, let's get right into this video. This video today is about James Charles of the world. And, you know, James Charles is probably, he's basically at this point kind of like the PewDiePie of the beauty industry. He is one of the fastest growing YouTubers, beauty influencers. You know, he just put out a palette with Morphe, on and on and on. And I mean, literally in like 2 years, okay? I mean, it has been like a very, very short amount of time that he has just blown up on the internet. And I think it has a combination to do with several different things. I think A, it's because he's younger, and so he has kind of his, you know, the finger on the pulse of the younger generation. I think it's also because a lot of the people that watch him aren't just watching him for the beauty stuff, they're watching him because he is younger, and it's a younger audience that typically watches YouTube mostly. Unless you're older like me and you like to watch the old people on YouTube like I do. So anyway, there's that. And then I think, you know, he's very, very professional, and I think he's also very smart, and he has, you know, aligned himself with some of the major influencers. You know, he's very close friends with the Dolan twins. He's done videos with Tana Mojo. He's done videos with Jeffree Star. He's done videos with Shane Dawson. He's done, basically he's done videos with everybody, okay? He's done, has he done a video with Trisha Paytas? I don't think he has yet. He's done a video, he hasn't done a video with PewDiePie either, okay? But he's done a video with so many people, and he just did a video with Kim Kardashian and her makeup artist. So, I mean, he is really at the forefront of what is going on, and I think, like, what's interesting about James is that as he goes, he is kind of, so to speak, developing the new land of YouTube for beauty influencers. And, you know, with him and like some other, you know, male beauty influencers that have come out in the last couple years, like Manny and things like that, and Patrick Starr, I think that, you know, and Jeffree Star as well, obviously, you know, but especially for him because he's younger, and when you get on Instagram and you see all these makeup artists that are younger like him, they're all kind of like patterned after him to some degree. And, you know, so I think that he is really, really inspiring a lot of people out there, and I think that's awesome. I think that's great. So anyway, what happened yesterday to James Charles? Yesterday, and I know, there's a lot of people, and listen, like who you like, don't like who you don't like. If you don't like him, okay, that's fine. We don't have to like the same people, okay? It's just not that deep. So anyway, we want to get all upset and all this kind of stuff about who do you like, and oh my God, I stand that person for life. They don't even know who you are, okay? So anyway, but James yesterday put out, this was trending on YouTube, okay? So if you go to YouTube, or trending on YouTube, it should have been. He was trending on Twitter yesterday, and at the top of it, it said, YouTube star James Charles asks fans to respect boundaries following privacy breach. An unwanted home visit from a fan left the YouTuber shaken up and pleading for privacy, which prompted a bigger discussion on healthy interactions between fans and online creators. Okay, so this is the tweet that James put out. Which way am I sitting? I never know. Where am I going to put it? I'm going to put it over here, okay? He put up, please stop showing up at my house. I will not hug you. I will not take a photo with you. And I absolutely will not sign your palette. It is extremely disrespectful and makes me feel very unsafe in my own home. Respect people's privacy. It's really not that hard. So when you first read this, and I was like, so many people were really supportive of him. And one of the things that's interesting in situations like this is that you don't really know how it's going to be perceived on the internet. You know, like people could have come for him and been like, this is how you speak to your fans. But when you think of it from like a celebrity point of view, you know, we've had some really, really sad things that have happened in the last couple years, like Christina Grimmie, and, you know, like there's been so many like major league celebrities who have been stalked by fans and killed by fans even, you know, and when you look at it in that perspective, you have to remember that like James Charles is a major celebrity. I mean, he is, he literally has a following of like how many, the population of a country at this point, right? He has a huge influence on the world. So when the doorbell rings or somebody's knocking on the door and he goes to it, he has no idea on the other side, is it friend or is it foe? Like he really doesn't, you know? And one of the things that I have learned by being on the internet is, you know, you could say one thing, like you could say, I don't like cats. I think cats are aliens of the world, which I do. I truly do, okay? When the second coming comes and we find out that all the cats in the world are aliens and they take over the planet and we find out that's how the aliens got here and they've been living here all along as aliens, trust me, I just lost two subscribers off that right there. They're like, you don't like cats? I'm unsubscribing if you don't like cats. Well, I get it, okay? Cat litter, pussy cat away. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't like cats, okay? They make me sneeze and I think they're creepy and they do all this kind of shit to you. So anyway, I lost it for a second. Okay. But you know, you never know who's standing on the other side of the door. It's really scary, right? And I'm sure that James has some, you know, incredible security system and all this kind of stuff, but that's not really the point. The point is, you know, that I think that especially with social media, you know, I was thinking about this, like, as far as how celebrities were back in the day, you know, and they would do like the Hollywood tour. They still do all that. My friend Tanya, she went out there. She was like, I was like, what do you want to do? She went out there to visit a friend of ours. She's like, I want to go see Hamilton. She went out there to go see Hamilton. She said, I want to see Hamilton and I want to do the tour bus of the celebrity houses. I was like, do they still do it? She goes, oh yes, I'm doing the double-decker bus and all that kind of stuff. But see, you're on a tour bus, okay? You're not walking up to somebody's door, knocking on. That's so rude and so disrespectful and very, very scary at the same time, right? And the way that social media is today is that so many people out there, I think, perceive James Charles as like a close friend. It's like he likes a tweet of theirs and they're like, oh my God, he liked a tweet of mine, you know? And then they put in their profile of their, you know, Twitter account on, you know, 11/7/2018, James liked my tweet. I mean, seriously, right? And so, like, then they have a personal relationship with that, and then they feel comfortable to show up at your house. I mean, it kind of baffles my mind, honestly. So he tweeted that out, and then after that he tweeted, I am so annoyed. I was supposed to be done filming hours ago, and now I can't even focus. And I'm sure, because, like, you know, it's like, how do you focus when you're constantly wondering who's coming to the door next? And, you know, we saw all this go on, too, with the leaking of the Team 10 house or whatever with Jake Paul. We saw when that was, you know, leaked. There's been other YouTubers out there, other beauty influencers that this has happened to. I think it happened to Manny. I think I even did a video about it, you know, like a year ago that this happened to Manny. It's happened to a lot of influencers. And what's really interesting is if you go underneath here, there were a lot of people that, that commented on this. Alyssa Violet, interestingly enough, that I would talk about, she said, come and move into the clout house. No, girl, I think I'm just fine. I actually want to get some stuff done in my life, okay? And, but he tweeted her back, when are you inviting me over, sis? And then Jaclyn Hill tweeted to him, I'm sorry you're dealing with this, James. It's horrible. And let's see, some other people tweeted out, I don't even know who some of these people are, but anyway, there was a fan on here that I wanted to read. He tweeted that, and somebody retweeted, who the hell would go to his house? Everyone had to respect his privacy. There is a time and a place, and it is not when he wants to be alone or with Ian or friends, so just give him space. And another fan says, do people know how disrespectful and disgusting this is? Don't be showing up at people's houses. Just don't. Home is somewhere people should feel safe, not where fans show up. And another fan tweeted out, she said, this breaks my heart. I know you look up to him, but honestly, can you imagine how invading that is? Nobody likes people coming to their homes unannounced, especially strangers. James loves every single one of us, but show some respect. Don't ruin his one place to get away and feel safe. And you know, I think that's so true, and especially when you look at somebody like James, who's traveled the world doing, you know, meet and greets, and he, you know, did this and did that. And sure, yes, financially, I'm sure he benefited greatly off that. And he has the palate, and, you know, and a lot of people, I'm sure, say, well, that's kind of what goes along with the gig. Does it, though? I mean, are we in that world now that anybody feels comfortable just coming right up to your door and knocking on it, tapping on it? I mean, I don't know. I think it would be awfully scary. I mean, what if it's somebody that didn't like your palate? I mean, we live in that world now, right? And that somebody could come up to your door and be like, I didn't like your palate. I thought it was shit and I paid too much money for it. You know what I mean? Like, and there you are standing going, what is going on? It would almost make me want to like have a bodyguard that I lived with, you know, 24 hours a day. Fortunately, I'm not as YouTube famous as James Charles, so we're not having to worry about all that yet. I'm not living out my Whitney Houston, Kevin Costner, the bodyguard fantasy. But that is one of the finest movies that I have ever seen in my entire life. The Receipts, Whitney. Whatever you want. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's this whole thing. That's going to be what happens next with James. He's going to get him a bodyguard. He's going to fall in love with the bodyguard. Then they're going to make a movie. It's going to be called The Bodyguard 2. No, that's not going to happen. But in all seriousness, it's very, very scary. You know what I mean? And it's like, why can we not just learn to, the one, I had actually copied this one thing I wanted to read, and it was this girl, and she said, whose parents, let me see if I can find it. She said, whose parents would actually take them there? What's insane to me is the parents. Who drives their kids to celebrities' houses? It's invasive and creepy, and you should fucking know better. And I think that's so true. It's like, what parent thinks that it's okay that they would like go, we're going to go over to James Charles' house. Okay, I'll drive you there. And like sit out in the van, the minivan. The Astro minivan. Who would sit out there and while their kid was going up to the door and think that that's okay? Okay, my dad back in the day, if I had been 12 years old and wanted to go to some beauty influencer's house to, I don't know, have them sign my palette. Oh, that would have been a conversation, let me just tell you, okay? He would have been like, fine, bring your Cabbage Patch doll, okay, let's go. But anyway, you know, my dad wouldn't care, he just wouldn't have. But he was sure shit wouldn't have taken me. He would have said, you want me to do what? The fuck no, we're not going to go invade somebody's privacy. That's rude, that's disrespectful. And to this day, my best friend of 22 years, I do not walk into her house. I have sat there for 22 years and watched people walk in and out of her house, in and out of her house, in and out of her house. I do not walk into her house until I have called and first let her know I'm on my way and texted and said, I'm here, and then knocked on the door and walked in because I don't know that her husband ain't walking around in his drawers, okay? It's just disrespectful, right? Why can't we learn that? Why can't we give people privacy and boundaries? I just don't understand why this is such a difficult concept. I don't understand why a lot of shit is such a difficult concept. I don't know. It's like, were we all raised in a bunch of caves or something like that? It's like, kind of like we get more ignorant as time goes on. So anyway, it just makes me sad. And James, I feel for you. I do want to go in here and read a couple of the, let's see what some people had to say. Underneath his thing, so we'll read it again. I'll put it up here. Please stop showing up at my house. I will not hug you. I will not take a photo with you. And I absolutely will not sign your palette. It is extremely disrespectful and makes me feel very unsafe in my own home. Respect people's privacy. It's really not that deep. That's 27.4 thousand retweets and 354,000 likes. And, you know, I do want to say this. I think the reason why this is so important and the reason why the discussion is important is because we live in a time where this could be a different tweet. This could have been a very, very scary tweet. And, you know, like, we watch these people, we become obsessed with, I'm an uber fan of YouTube. That's why I started YouTube, you know? And, I mean, just to meet these people, it's like, oh, faint, a million faints, you know? But it's like at the same time, we love them so much, let's respect them. You know, they give so much of their lives to us. They really, really do. That let's not demand more, you know what I mean? Because what will eventually happen at some point is when you're pulling this way and you're pulling that way, some of these people just say, screw it, I'm done, I'm off. And then, you know, they won't be on YouTube anymore and we'll lose these people that we absolutely loved, you know? Okay, so underneath here, somebody says, you're a celebrity now, it comes with a job. You might not like it, but you made your bed, so lie in it. I knew some of those comments would be out there. Being a celebrity does not come with a loss of privacy. He's still human and has the right to feel safe in his own home. Absolutely. When you're a celebrity, all privacy goes out the window. Not saying that it's okay for people to go to his home uninvited, but that comes with the territory. Fame equals no privacy. Been that way since the dawn of time. Well, if that's the case, then I think that maybe we need to redefine fame. And I think that we need to redefine what is appropriate. And it's like, you know, I say this a lot. I think, listen, I've fallen short of it a lot in my life too, right? But didn't we learn how to treat people when, you know, we got on the school bus for elementary school? Let's just be for real, we did, okay? Do we not know that people have personal space, okay? So if somebody's standing next to you and they're talking to you and they're this close and you go, could you back the fuck up, right? That's very similar to somebody walking on your front lawn and right up to your door and knocking on the door. Has nothing to do with celebrity. It has nothing to do with fame, okay? And yes, I understand that people that are famous or people that are celebrities, they walk out, they're not going to have a lot of privacy. I understand that. There's a difference between that and somebody coming up and knocking on your door. And then James being like, well, shit, now people know where I live. Do I have to move? I just got this house. I was really excited about it, on and on and on. You know, like, it just is this whole snowball thing that really, it could just stay, we could stay away from all of that. Okay, so let me go in here. I don't want to read all of these. There's like some negative comments on here. How can people say that by sharing a part of his life online that everyone has the right to intrude it? No one would like strange people coming to their, nobody would like strange people coming to their houses. It's also a matter of safety. Then a thief can come saying it is from the sisterhood, like be coincident it's wrong. I mean, that could happen, yeah. Okay, regardless of how famous someone is and how much privacy you have to give up, that never means to just show up at someone's home without permission and being pushy with them and making them uncomfortable. And I agree. I'm kind of interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. Like, do you think that that just goes along with the territory? That it's just something that James is going to have to get used to? You know, I understand. Here's the thing. I understand going out to a supermarket and being swarmed, okay? Do I think that that would suck as a famous person? Yes. But the payoff, let's just be for real, okay? There's a lot of payoff that comes with that. You don't get to go to the Aldi anymore, okay? I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But you don't. There's a difference between that, okay, and being at your house watching a movie with your brother and somebody knocking on the door. Like, it could be 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, that's scary, right? So I think that we do need to kind of like redefine what privacy is, maybe to celebrities. And I think as we move into this new world on YouTube, where literally like massive celebrities are between the ages of like 18 and 25, you know, I don't think that we necessarily know how to handle that. Because I'm telling you right now, okay? You come to my front door, and tap on it, and I'd say, yeah, get the fuck off. I called the police 5 minutes ago, saw you out there snooping around. But you know what I mean? There's some people that listen, okay? You came knocking on their front door, you'd be lucky if you made it out of there. It's all of it very, very scary, okay? Just don't go to somebody's house. Write them a love letter. Say, James, I love you so much. Buy some of their merch. Tag them in a picture on Instagram. Send them a tweet. On and on and on, okay? Leave them a nice comment. You don't have to show up to their door, okay? You just don't. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I love you, and I'm going to do a second video today that's a little bit more personal about my recovery, and I will see you then. Bye.